So you can say, I want to be a ray of hope. I want to be a ray of hope for other people. I want to walk through life and I want to see people smile and wave. I can tell you that I have no idea why people sometimes treat me so relaxed. Because when I'm alone and when I'm sitting home and, all I feel is, I think I'm an asshole. I must be an asshole. Because everything I ever tried was just denied. Everything I ever tried was just denied. I must be an asshole. I must be a really evil prick. But for some reason, some things just cannot be denied. And some of these things seem to be that the reactions I get from people are sometimes really nice. Sometimes, but not always. Sometimes people also act really weird. So there is something that happens when you start cleansing yourself, when you start to just walk everywhere, especially in bare feet, and you go hiking and you go into nature, and to, when you face all this emotional baggage by going hiking instead of sitting around gossiping, then something happens that I believe people can feel, right? Because you take all the worries that people have and you carry these worries that the people are attached to through the hike. So you go hiking anyway, despite the fact that it's hard. Most of the way I was, sad that I even left. And all the faces I saw on the ground, they had like a downward like, or like a really thin mouth, like, And then when I just came down there, talking about the boy and the heron, suddenly there was this big smiley face. And I was like, where did that come from? Now there's another smiley face. Where are all these smiley faces coming from? And so one of the major challenges of all of this spiritual stuff, or just you as a human that starts to work with his spirit, right? That starts to acknowledge the spiritual side and starts to pick up on his sadhana and look at life and starts to sweep or something. One of the challenges in this is to simply accept mood changes. That you can be in a bad mood now and then be in a good mood later. So you can be in a bad mood now and hate life, and then you turn around the corner and suddenly there's a bird flying and you're like, wow, super nice. Look at this bird fly. But I don't have this always. I have it now after the hike. But before I was like this. Yeah, I felt like it. But as soon as somebody comes, I'm like, damn it, I cannot maintain this. I can never be. At some point, either life catches me or I catch myself. Something happens and suddenly I'm smiley face. So some people know that I'm not that evil guy, but there are very few people. Because I can confront you with your fear and stuff. I can look quite grim, and I have to. I'm not saying that life is always cheerful, because sometimes you just have to be serious for some time. But now, probably also why I started to loosen up. Well, first of all, I'm only one video short. I'm only one video. Yeah, I just positioned my face like this, but I looked past the guy, because you need to create ripples. If you want your content to spread without paying for it or something, you simply have to be the face of your brand. You know, a camera filming yourself, zack, they get a snapshot. They may see you on YouTube. Oh wow, who's that guy? You know, just check him out. That's it. They may not be the one that likes your content, but they may someone and then say, hey, I met that guy. I saw him in bare feet. You know, maybe you're more interested in this than I am. So sometimes somebody sees you and they say, I saw that guy. He looked a bit crazy, but he was barefoot and he was filming himself with an action cam. So sometimes you need to really position yourself. So also in terms of content creation or whatever, being creative, what's your angle? And would you want the attention? You have to ask yourself that before. So is your message important enough to sacrifice your solitude? But I wanted it. Why? Because if I can keep channeling and I can keep my meditation intact and I leave the house and I'm like this, I'm just radiating spirit, my friend. I'm just radiating spirit. It's what everybody wants. Oh yeah, you know, give me that. I want it for myself. The precious. Yeah. Hold planks, right, until you're a plank. Stand straight, go hiking, right, until it makes no difference anymore. Whether you hike, you know, it's just hiking has to become a part of you. You know, you become the hike. That's the goal. Because you've been toughened so much that, you know, whatever, you know, I'm hiking, I'm not hiking. It's raining, it's snowing, it's hot, it's cold. I've got water, I've got no water. You know, it shouldn't make a difference anymore. That's where you're trying to get to. I haven't phrased it like this before, but now I'm getting to the point where I can almost understand how somebody might have felt like, you know, or might still feel like if he was born into nature. That's where you're trying to get to. Where, yes, you realize, okay, there are apartments and you may still live in one, but you try to tiptoe yourself into back in nature, right? So the difference it makes on how people perceive me, I know by now that it is like this. I have made so many experiences where people have shown me that there seems to be something about myself that they appreciate. That's all you can say, that they appreciate. And so you have to pay attention so that you do not sell yourself undervalue. So if you feel like your life is missing something, like a partner, then you have to start build a life for yourself, and then the partner can fit right in. But you have to be conscious about who to give that space to. And in that sense, I have already chosen. But I cannot remember ever having done that, or I cannot remember ever having done that, or having gone through having to do it in such a way. So even if somebody else did it exactly like I did it, you know, if I was doing it, I'd still have to suffer and struggle. Otherwise it wouldn't be, you know, it wouldn't work. Anyway, just keep up the good work. What's that supposed to mean? What does he mean with that, the good work? I thought in terms of duality there is no good or bad, so how can work be good? Well, well, it cannot. It's just work. You see, you accept that you're gonna do this work, and then you're gonna do it. And then you can say it's good. But what's bad? Well, while I'm doing this, I cannot do other things, which is why I outsmarted myself. And I said, I'm gonna finish YouTube so I can write books. And then I can ask myself if I'm ever gonna do YouTube again. Because it's quite an ordeal. That much I can safely state. Yeah. Oh, yeah.